What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Today, we got to get into a topic that always ruffles feathers. Who really wrote that verse? I'm talking about the records that define eras, songs that built legends, and the names you never heard that helped make them hits.
Ghostwriting has always been part of music, whether it was R&B, pop, or even country. But in hip-hop, where lyrical authenticity is everything, the idea of someone else writing your bars hits differently. In the 1980s and 90s, the culture demanded that an MC be the author of their own rhymes, because rapping was more than music. It was a form of personal storytelling, a raw confession from the streets. Still, even back then, ghostwriting was happening quietly behind the scenes. Some rappers were more performers than poets, and they needed a powerful pen to help them shine. But why keep it a secret? In hip-hop, your lyrics are your weapon. Admitting someone else loaded the chamber? That was career suicide. Over the years, the veil has slowly lifted, revealing some huge names in ghostwriting. Take Jay-Z. Before he was the billionaire mogul, he wrote for Foxy Brown and even helped craft Dr. Dre's classic verses on Still Dre. Then there's Skills, a respected MC who ghost wrote for countless East Coast artists during the 90s. Let's not forget Saha the Prince, who is rumored to have contributed bars for Kanye West on Yeezus and other albums. One of the most controversial ghostwriting revelations hit the world in 2015, when Meek Mill accused Drake of using a ghostwriter named Quentin Miller. That moment shook the culture. People debated, is Drake even real? Can you call him the best if he didn't write every line? But here's the truth. Many chart-topping artists collaborate, polish, and even share their verses with writers. It's an industry built on teamwork, even if the public doesn't want to believe it.
See, since the 90s, hip-hop has been in a tug-of-war. Authenticity versus entertainment, art versus business, truth versus teamwork. Everybody say they keep it real, but behind closed doors, everybody gets help. Listen, the 90s changed everything. The money got bigger, the records got cleaner, and the lyrics started moving through committees. Suge had writers on death row. Puff had writers with Bad Boy. It wasn't just rappers anymore. It was a team of professionals. Now don't get it twisted. Cats like Nas, Big, Pac, they wrote every word. But the industry around them, oh, that was different. Take Diddy, for example, a business genius. But even he told you, I don't write rhymes, I write checks. He built an empire off bars written by others. And you know what? That line became a blueprint. Because after that, every label started thinking, why pay for one pen when we can have 10? By the 2000s, the whole game had changed. It was mainstream, global, commercialized. And the ghostwriters, they were quietly running the business. Look at Jay-Z, the man who wrote Still Dre for Dr. Dre. That song was Jay's start to finish. He was the architect behind the lyrics. Look at Pharrell and the Neptunes. They have written for half the game. And then there's Missy Elliott writing for Aaliyah, 702, TLC. She ain't just a legend, she's a lyrical factory. But here's the difference. In the 2000s, ghostwriters started getting smart. They stopped hiding and started branding themselves. Songwriting became a bag. It went from don't tell nobody to I'm in the credits. And that shift changed everything. Then came the Drake era, the streaming era, the viral era. And with that came the biggest ghostwriting scandal the game has had. When Quentin Miller's reference tracks leaked, it felt like a cultural earthquake. The golden boy of rap had a co-writer. The untouchable man now looked human. But here's where it gets interesting. It didn't hurt him. It made him bigger. Because for this new generation, it ain't about who wrote it. It's about who sold it. Old school cats care about the pen. These new kids care about the presence. And that's the gap in the game. So now you got young fans saying, so what if he got help? And you got OGs saying, he ain't real. And honestly, both sides have a point. Today, ghostwriting ain't even a ghost no more. It's a collab, a team sport, an assembly line of talent. You got people like Party Next Door, The Dream, Sydney Raines, Ty Dolla $ign, all writing songs for superstars. You got Travis Scott and Kanye West building full creative camps. And you got people like Cardi B who openly say, I work with writers. And guess what? Fans don't care because they love her energy. But this is where it gets deep. Who's the actual artist? Who's the soul behind the sound? The lines have gotten blurry, and maybe that's the new normal. Here's the reality. Ghostwriting didn't ruin hip-hop. It evolved it. It gave opportunity to those who had the talent, but not the platform. But we can't pretend the culture didn't change. Back in the day, being a writer for somebody was a secret. Now it's in the credits. So the question ain't really who wrote the verse. The question is, what does being real even mean anymore? Because whether it's Quentin Miller, Jay-Z, Missy, Party Next Door, one fact remains true. You can't write swagger, you can't write soul, and you can't write legacy. The pen might create the verse, but the artist still got to make you feel it. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, Established Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.